All right, two things here. First, I know I'm very late to this discussion because this movie has been out for so long. And secondly, okay, wow, I had no idea this movie was released in July 2nd of this year. I thought it was at least in August or something, but no, I guess that's just when it came out on digital or something like that. I don't know. But to the point here, I just couldn't help get this. I just couldn't help with this lingering on my head, so I thought I'd just gush about it here. So let's just talk about it. Jurassic World Rebirth. Short story long, it's a shitty movie. I don't like how they handled it. I don't really like any of the characters. The monster designs were beyond fuck ugly, and the plot was completely uninteresting. And I especially remember sitting there watching it with my sister, and I'm just like, I hate every one of you. Like, I just couldn't help but say, I hate every single one of the characters in this movie. This is exactly what I said about the Star Wars sequels that Disney made. And I'm just like, here we are again. Great. Another one. So, kind of going back to the subject of this, I don't like Jurassic World Rebirth. I don't like anything about it. I don't think it has any ounce of redeeming qualities. The plot was stupid. The characters were aggravating. Nothing in here was remotely intelligent enough. And every single time something happened on screen, you just couldn't help but look at it and be like, this is beyond stupid. Or, why? Why is this here? And it's just like, I feel like this is what bugs me here, and I feel like there's two things that bugs me here. um, there's two things. At the beginning of the movie, secret research facility separated from an island. Of course, there's another fucking island that has dinosaurs on here because apparently the original two just weren't enough, and they needed a whole other one. They decide that they're just going to make this facility here to create a whole bunch of experimental new crazy dinosaur designs and creature types so that they can wow their guests from for the future generations or something. And I'm like, okay, I mean, it's believable, I suppose. And everything goes awry because of a single fucking Snickers wrapper. Yeah, just Snickers wrapper. That's how you get the movie. Snickers wrapper. Fucking Snickers wrapper. So yeah, off to a horrible start. I also have to add, whoever was hired to create their security system for this facility, fire them. Fire them. And then going to the second point. Now, it's a small detail, but I just feel compelled to mention it. Why did they go to the island without any lethal equipment or at least any kit that can help them stop the dinosaurs in their tracks? Like, even the Corpo guy, I forgot what the fuck is. Hang on, what the fuck is this guy's name? Wait, where is he? Rupert Friend, playing the character Martin Krebs. I had no idea there was another Rupert here. I also didn't know that you can have Friend as a last name, which is crazy to think about. But I suppose at the end of the day, I shouldn't be all that surprised. Also, what the hell kind of last name for a character is Krebs? It sounds so stupid. But back to the plot. Did he really think that going to this island with a whole bunch of large and lethal dinosaurs was going to be okay, and he didn't was going to be a good idea to where, oh, we'll just be in, be out. We don't need any guns to keep ourselves safe. That's what we have plot armor for. Yeah, no amount of plot armor was going to save this guy. But back to the point, like, it's just another one of those things where it's like there is so much lack of common sense everywhere in this movie. And you just get that sense throughout the entirety of this film. It is beyond aggravating to watch. Characters die stupid. They make choices that are stupid. And also, okay, hang on. What the fuck was this guy's name? Okay. I don't know if that's an I or an L, but I'm going to call him David Iacano. And he plays as the boat family girl's, the older one's boyfriend, Xavier. And I'm just like, okay, I sat through the entire movie. I was sitting there waiting to see if anything would get better for this kid, and nothing did. All I could feel is that he was just irritating, and I just was patiently waiting for him to for a character that never came. It was so I was genuinely so upset. This is literally like what happened with Hogwarts Legacy when I played it with my sister. Every single character that I wanted to kill never died. I have never been so cucked in my life. Okay. Lack of a sex life aside. Let's switch gears to the creature design. Because, God, they're so bad. Okay, let's start off with the Mosasaurus here. Now, the first time, as far as I'm aware, we see a Mosasaurus on film in the Jurassic Park series was in the first Jurassic World movie. Then it was in the second one, Fallen Kingdom, and then they brought it back for this fourth one. Now, the first and second ones, whenever we do see the Mosasaurus on screen, it legitimately looked like a Mosa fucking Saurus. Like it was an actual Mosasaurus and it looked cool. I especially like how in the first movie when they have him come out of that tank and he eats the great white shark hanging up there, you can actually see the second row of teeth on his upper jaw. And I thought that was pretty cool. That was genuinely really cool. And it was just a real fucking Mosasaurus brought to life here. Like, it was great. And then we flash forward to Rebirth, and it's just like, God, I can't get behind this thing. It's like, I saw it in the film, I saw a toy figure of it in the store randomly one day, and all I can say is, look how they massacred my boy. I just can't get behind this Mosasaurus design, man. It is just, like, it doesn't look like it has, like, it doesn't look like it has a sort of leathery skin on the outside, kind of like what it looked like the first version of it had. It also has this really stupid stripes pattern on it that doesn't make it look very good. And I also have to admit that the general physical shape of it looks really bad. Like it doesn't look like an alligator meant for the ocean. An alligator term Doomslayer for the ocean. It looks like somebody took a random guppy, oversized it, gave it some fancy teeth, and just never bothered to go anywhere else with that design. And it also kind of looks like it has a smoothed out skin that has a mucus coating on it, similar to what you see on a sunfish. And I'm just like, no, that doesn't work. It's not gonna work. It's it's like they already had the existing model for the Mosasaurus. They didn't have to change it, and yet they did and made it worse. And also, can we talk about that flying dinosaur that, like, hang on, what the fuck is this piece of shit called? I'm literally Googling this right now. What is this thing? Pteranodon? Okay, I'm going to go with that. I don't really care enough to get the specific name, so I'm just going to stick with that. So this fucking Pteranodon, it's like already, it's a bird. It's supposed to be off the generic pterodactyls, so okay, you have a basis there. But then they decide to make the body blue, the beak bright orange, and also give the beak this sort of like fucking mutated flesh look on the front of it to where it almost looks like a fucking chicken. It's something weird like that on the top of the beak. It makes it look so disproportionate on here. Like, how the fuck are you lifting that anywhere at all? And then it they keep talking about how massive this thing is. Like, I heard one guy describe it, it's as big as an F-16. And it's just like, okay, the F-16 looks like a small fighter jet in reference pictures, but these fighter jets today are not an insignificant thing. Let me look at the size of this thing. Like, hold on. F-16 size. Here we go. How big is this thing? Okay, yeah, it's approximately 50 feet long, 32 feet wide, and it stands at about 16 feet off the ground. So it's just like, yeah, this is not an insignificant thing here. Like, sure, you can probably say that this is equivalent to an oversized school bus, but again, still not an insignificant thing. And the bird that they decide to show on screen looks like it looks like it was a fucking teenager. Like, this is the thing we're supposed to be afraid of, a fucking tween of a bird. I was expecting size and scale, and instead I just got I should have been setting myself up to be disappointed, and instead I had high expectations. I just kept waiting for the movie to get better. just I need to stop. I need to stop. Okay, back to the plot here. The monster designs were ugly. The characters were not fun to follow. The plot was just flat out stupid. Like, going back to the plot, how many times are we going to listen to the same story about about a biotech company that wants these dinosaurs for X, Y, and Z? Like, didn't we already get that for 3 Jurassic World movies in a row in the first place? Like, wasn't that the whole point of all 3 of those movies? And also, at the end of Jurassic World Dominion, which we can all agree is the weakest of the 3, in terms of that trilogy, we're not counting Rebirth because it should have been aborted. But going back to Jurassic World Dominion here, they were made a point about the end of that movie where dinosaurs have pretty much integrated themselves into humanity's world. And it's just like, okay, do you care to expand on that at all? Nope. No, they don't. Kill them off, go back to the island, insert biotech company. And I'm just like, why? How many times do we have to listen to these stupid corpos talk? I cannot get behind it. I just can't. I don't want to. I won't. I don't want to. And so I was and kind of branching off of this because I want to stop talking about this movie for a moment to talk about something else. Branching off from Jurassic World Rebirth, I distinctly remember when we went to go watch, I don't think I remember what specific movie we went to watch in theaters one day, but I do remember that we went to the movie theater. They were still playing previews, and we saw a trailer for Primitive War. And I was sitting there watching this trailer for the very first time on this giant screen, and I'm like, dude, this is fucking awesome. Like, I haven't seen the movie still because I missed my chance to watch it in theaters, and I'm just waiting for the digital or DVD release to happen in October already. But I remember sitting there watching just the trailer and what they showed, and I fucking fell in love with it. Like, I wanted that movie so badly. So after Primitive War had its 5-day release in theaters and then it got taken down, I was like, okay, I might have missed my chance. I should find it online. Nope, hasn't come out on streaming, hasn't come out to rent or buy digitally. And I did see people talking about the different reviews for it. In its simplest form, with Primitive War, in spite of all of its flaws, people still love the movie. It has flaws, don't get me wrong, but that didn't detract from the fun that they had watching this movie. And I thought that was really awesome. They took a concept, they ran with it, and despite its issues, people still had a massive amount of fun with it. Which is why I hope that when I eventually do see it when it comes out on digital, I get that same feeling. Which, I mean, I kind of doubt I won't because it's Vietnam War movie with dinosaurs that are actually part of a movie. So what the hell else is there not to like? So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a fun time. So simply put, I don't like Jurassic World Rebirth. I think it should have just been aborted and left on the cutting room floor. I really hope I like Primitive War, and from what I've seen and heard from other people talk about it, it sounds like a fun time. And I still remember that trailer very vividly. It seemed like a fun time too. So, all that said, what do you think about me talking about Jurassic World Rebirth and casually referencing Primitive War here? Any thoughts? Any differences? Let's talk.